I was gonna say that you're closer to Italy than we would be, but then I remember someone saying, "Well, Italians don't eat garlic bread." And I was like, "There's no fucking way."
No, it's different. It's
It's
different. Garlic
like
bread in the way that we eat garlic
yeah,
bread
I was gonna
in
say,
America is gluttonous and
It's
do they
gluttonous.
have the fucking slices of baguettes with garlic butter and shit with a load of cheese that's melting and shit? No. Do they have garlic bread? Yes, it's just in a different fucking form because theirs is the good shit because it's fresh fucking.
just
Because
remember the
No,
best
their
not
garlic
true.
bread,
Not true.
no
Not
no no because
necessarily true. I live in California, which is I'm like not less than I'm about an hour or so from Gilroy, which is where
the garlic capital.
all our garlic comes from.
Oh my
So
God, can we trust?
So
No,
when
not
did I
anymore.
tell you guys that we're live?
yeah, we know that, but we're discussing something more important right now. All right?
Did you though? Did you?
You're gonna fuck.
Did
You're
you?
gonna
I'm
fucking
just
tell
saying it's
me.
really important. I'm just saying it's really important to the country that beans on toast is a real breakfast food. It is important to them that McDonald's brings back once a year garlic cheesy nuts. I
which
just
is fire.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool. McDonald's doesn't need it here because we can literally skip and a
Yeah.
hop to any restaurant and it's literally the thing that they give you endless of so you eat less steak. Like
That's fair enough.
They were arguing. They
my
were not
motherfucker coming
arguing,
over
but
here.
having
My motherfucker coming over here. Yeah, next time you fucking order a curry, remember where that shit came from because you call that shit India, but that shit's ours. All right.
no, literally your only curry. Oh my God, your only curry is chicken tikka masala.
It's not the
And most
only one. No, that's not the only one. It's just the one.
and
That's,
most
the one
places
we're
are Sri
known
Lankan, not
for.
even Indian. It's fine. It's fine. We could talk about this. I have lots of opinions about food. This is a video game podcast, CJ. You're wrong.
Bro, it's whatever we fucking want it to be podcast, all right? We're gonna spend half this fucking thing talking about politics. Get the fuck out of here with it, all right?
Oh, God.
We put the 18 plus tag on this stream, and Twitch is gonna allow us on, so long as fucking we don't flash our tits, and we can say whatever the fuck we want, all right? We're 18
I'm gonna flash
plus.
my tits. All right.
Yeah,
Tits are coming
bro,
out.
you already
Man,
got the
tits.
banana out on stream. We don't need your tits out as well.
Yeah, like,
But-
okay. True.
welcome to episode 42, everybody.
We are marked as 18 plus, so we can say whatever the fuck we want. It's a gaming podcast, motherfucker. Half of our gaming shit is we're talking about economics. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Not necessarily wrong, honestly.
What?
what episode?
Justin,
Justin, what
mark
episode are
this
we
shit
on?
educational because I'm about to teach Quang a thing or two.
What episode is this? What are we doing?
42, dog.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
42?
XP Share is due for its midlife crisis here in a couple episodes, let me tell you.
Yeah,
Wait, are
bro.
you saying that 42 is not midlife? That's crazy.
True,
I mean,
true.
Is
I
that
mean,
not
it's
what
getting-
brought
now.
you,
it's getting a
Youngin,
little better now.
CJ, and myself on earlier? Earlier, like I don't think we've been on that long, have we, CJ?
No, like we joined on in like August,
Yeah.
so we haven't even been here 6 months, dog.
Damn, I don't know why it feels way longer than that. You might be right.
It was August because it was just before we started doing the multiverses stuff, and that was also around August, September time.
Yeah, you're
Oh my
right. You're
God.
Yeah,
right.
we
Indeed.
ain't even been here 6 months, dude.
What an era.
Damn.
What?
I feel
Not fucking Taylor Swift. Not everything needs to be an era, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm about to go on tour.
Everything doesn't
You guys-
okay?
You guys, did you guys reach gold, by the way, before the cutoff?
I don't want to talk about
Yes.
it. I don't want to fucking talk about it.
I did.
Well, technically the cutoff is March 8th, so like we got stupid amount of time, but I don't want to talk about it.
Let me just say one thing. Whoever came to Marvel Rivals from Overwatch understands what I'm about to say. And it is that in the grand scheme of things, Marvel Rivals, from a competitive standpoint, as far as a player-based standpoint, is no different than Overwatch. Okay, it's just no different, right? there are just it's just littered with absolute dumb fucks who don't know how to play hero shooter. You know, that's the current. It's the thing. I'm not going to even say it's a problem, right? It's just what it is. So you know, I understand J Dog and not want to talk about it. I get it. I get it. And yesterday, I definitely caught a glimpse of like my probably the first time I've ever heard J Dog almost crash out. I mean, true blue crash out. And as I'm listening to it, I'm not gonna lie. In my mind, I was like, "Let it happen." I was like, "Let it out. Just come on, just do it." But then he calmed himself down. And I was like, "That's the Libra in him, man. The Libra in him was like, you can't do it, big dog." But just like the demon in me was like, I just wanted to hear it. I just wanted to hear it because he's going through what I've experienced for quite a long time, man. Just
Let the
Yeah.
hate
There-
flow through you.
No.
Y'all,
Juice,
y'all
Juice,
act,
Juice.
y'all
If you
act
want-
like
if
this
you
is
wanna
my
hear
first
someone
time
crash
crashing
out-
out on a MOBA.
yeah, true.
Juice, if you want to hear somebody crash out, just in general, come. You just have to meet up with me Saturday, probably around 6 p.m. at Genesis. You will hear everything. Oh my god, I'm a good crash out.
Yeah.
I told you how like I like full tilt, like the way that I real full tilt, which is just me quiet, sit in a chair, full. Just like lean back, just
Was
playing
that-
a game.
Was that your attempt at a segue, Quang?
No, not even. I'm being real because I'm
Where-
full tilt. I'm like I've been tilted for the last 3 months. I finally made it to platinum for like a quick second in Rivals of Aether 2.
We are jumping
and-
all over the place. All right.
I'm
Let's
just saying that if you
consolidate
wanna
real
see
quick.
someone crash out.
Hold up. All right. Let's say order in the court. Order in the fucking court.
I want to get this point out. Are you complaining that a group that calls themselves Cracked Media has not got structure?
Oh, we have structure. Y'all just not looking at it. There's literally a page on my second monitor, and y'all just like jumping all over the fucking place like goddamn rabbits.
I'm just saying, find me at the bar at like 7 p.m. On Saturday.
Oh, now
this
Josie's
Saturday,
about to
Genesis.
crash out. See what y'all did? Jesus Christ, dude. We're all going downhill.
I'm a full crash out. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, crash out time and just
Oh my god. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, Gurfquake taking it for the third time in a row this week. Holy shit. All right, dude's on a tear.
shout out Gurfquake.
Yo, shout out to everybody on Friday. Holy crap. Like
Yeah.
TBH. A lot of players actually like just getting in top 8 this week. Like that's big. That's big.
Shout out to Schlip. Actually,
Schlip. Snarks or Marks. Rankar,
yeah,
I think his tag was. Dude who played the Batman. Bro. Dude came out of nowhere, grabbed it.
Slugging.
Let's go.
Slugging.
yeah.
It was a good game. It was a good game. I love it. One more
Honestly,
event.
best placing from a LeBron. If we're gonna, I do like Schlip showed up.
Want to see him versus Minty Hippo. We got to see it.
Dude, oh my
We
god.
got to see it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Minty Hippo's not he's not a scrub when it comes to LeBron either. So that matchup will be kind of interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, I really just hope like the whole group comes back after Shields and we just like we'll just start popping off again. Everybody starts like talking shit and we're fucking having a good time.
Yeah.
Like the old
Yeah.
days.
We had a good conversation with Snarks Remarks in the Discord following, and it seems that the community is just waiting for Shields to come back as far as our tournament setting is concerned. So I'm hopeful, when season 1 is over, season 2 start off with a blast, and see what the reaction is like.
Yeah,
should be fun.
We should move it. Invitational on February 1st. Those players already that are currently in top 16 as of event 11 will already get a pre-invite. Just because I don't. There's a few people in top 16 that might like get kicked out last event, so it's like it's gonna be around like 12 to 16 are gonna get event invites, and then the rest will announce after the last event, and then invitational February 1st, $300 prize pool, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck to all of y'all.
Oh yeah. So the last time we did a podcast, that was that before or like slightly after the new Marvel character drop, Invisible Woman?
It was
before
that.
Just
It was
yeah,
before
that was
that.
before.
Like just before. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So those who don't know, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman have now made their way into season 1 of Marvel Rivals. Strong opinions all around. Let's be honest.
I and I'm coming at this from someone who's not really played either hero. I'm coming as someone who teaming up with them or playing against them. I think it's shaken up the roster in a really interesting way, and it also leads me to be very interested in what's going to happen in the mid-season when the other two come around, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Can I just, as somebody who doesn't really play Marvel Rivals, I played a lot of Overwatch. Playing Invisible Woman really opened my eyes to the fact that, man, people suck at this fucking game. You have to argue about things that are happening. Like, there was one point in during side quest where I'm fully in their backline. I can see exactly where everybody is rounding the corner, and I'm trying to give a calm. But fucking two people arguing about where the heals were supposed to be fucking going, and I lost my mind. I'm like, man, just look at my ping. They're right here.
Yep.
It's so obvious. We can just kill two. We can just nuke the two of them, and it's not even close. It really feels like Diva. You know, I'm playing good in Overwatch. I'm playing good frontline. I'm covering the choke, eating a bunch of projectiles. But then our fucking DPS doesn't know how to flank, doesn't know how to click the fire button.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody still thinks freaking Wolverine is a fucking DPS diver. Like, make sense.
I don't know what opinions there are in the community. The only thing that really opened my eyes up in the release of Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic is people are way too focused on the wrong things.
Yeah. My biggest opinion about the whole thing is Mr. Fantastic is not good without Invisible Woman. That's my opinion of all of it. Like, he's just trash.
But the caveat to that is because Invisible Woman is so good, right? And this is coming from a Cloak and Dagger Lord, who plays with Invisible Woman a lot, because new hero gets picked and she is very good. So because of how often she's getting picked, you are seeing the team up with Mr. Fantastic, and that is quite a good team up.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's not one you may necessarily notice, like, play by play, but it's definitely something that, as a Cloak and Dagger, as someone who is not so much worrying about my own mechanics and worrying more about keeping track of enemy ults, who am I meant to be countering, who should I be saving for, I'm noticing that the team up between the Fantastics is, you know, it's not a game changer, but it definitely does give you that edge. What I'm interested in, from reading Invisible Woman's team up ability, it does sound like she'll be able to team up with any other member of the Fantastic Four, which does potentially mean we could have our first four-way team up, and that's gonna. I'll be really interested to see how effective that is as a meta.
Yeah, that's gonna be. That's gonna be
In
interesting.
game, this is a pretty good 4-way team up right here on
Oh
this,
my
on
God.
the stream that you're
Yeah.
watching.
Well, because
So, so
we
my
can, we can
question,
imagine
about
that. Yeah, go for it.
my question, CJ, is so how prominent are people still insta-locking in Europe? Because after like I want to say like 3-4 days, I started not seeing Fantastic and Invisible Woman insta-locks anymore. Like it just kind of died out.
I'm so not for Mr. Fantastic. You are still seeing some for Invisible Woman because of how good she is. But the other thing is, it's like I'm always insta locking because I'm a one trick pony. I know that, but I may be a one trick pony, but I can do that trick pretty fucking well. I've got one magic trick, but it's the best magic trick you've ever seen in your life. But like, and that is the thing, is Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman is really, really, really good as a pair of specialists. I think it's on par with Cloak and Dagger Mantis, like in how good it can be as a synergy. So I do quite often see if they see me pick Cloak and Dagger, they then immediately go to Invisible Woman. Like
Sure.
that's I would say maybe how quickly I'm picking that does factor in. But definitely, and if you do see an Invisible Woman, you do quite often see Mr. Fantastic picked quite shortly after. Now, bear in mind, I am still in that silver gold range currently. I achieved gold today, because I've not been
Congrats.
playing Bump Season as much as I theoretically should be. Because I like casual. I like loading in and saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna be Moon Knight today." But
Honestly, best Moon Knight I've
maybe
ever seen.
you've never seen me play Moon Knight. um,
That was the worst.
yeah, I'm god awful.
Oh,
But I am curious in those sort of upper echelon levels when you start getting to Diamond, and Grandmaster, whether those synergies are sticking around or if you're seeing a drop off in character pick. That's where I would be interested in looking. But in terms of silver gold, definitely still a lot of Invisible Woman picks, at least in my games. But obviously, you're talking to a specialist.
I mean,
About that.
as somebody who's played basically the one trick Invisible Woman in those 2 hours that we played, just getting a read on her, trying to figure her out, because everyone kept saying that she's so good. She requires so much coordination. Like her CC is really fun.
Yeah.
And it's very nice that you can really control where the like a single target can be. And if your brain goes there, it's really nice. But man, sometimes you just need heals. Sometimes your team's too this is an FGC term. It's very technical. But like Unga Bunga, like you just need to throw heals at their face.
Yeah.
And she is so bad at that. She is so aggressively bad at that. I mean, there's a lot of games where I'm just like,
Well, so where
we're gonna
she
win, I
actually
just need to-"
shines is like she's like a Luna where everything passes through everybody, but she doesn't have to hit her shift. So if people are in a line, that's where she's gonna thrive. So she's
Sure.
hella
Sure.
situational.
Yeah.
in
No, I
that
mean I agree.
aspect.
It's and like a lot of corners, she's also really, really strong. Plus, it's really easy to abuse her invisibility. I wouldn't be surprised if the invisibility passive got nerfed if like or maybe her like double jump got nerfed. But
Yeah.
but it's I mean who knows?
She
Yeah,
she has her kit. There's some times where her kit is shit, and there's some times when her kit is not shit. And
But I think
people don't
that's-
understand that.
I do think that that's the case with most heroes. Obviously, every hero is going to have a position where they're at their best, right? But where I find her most valuable is when you're dealing with a roamer like a Spider-Man or Iron Fist, not so much, but definitely Spider-Man, Psylocke, if you're dealing with roamers like that, she is really good at helping keep that back line alive long enough for everyone to turn around. Because I think that is the thing with someone like Mantis. Like Mantis is probably again at that. I would put Invisible Woman and Mantis on the same kind of level, on the same kind of area.
Yeah.
The issue I really have with Luna is like if we're getting dived in the backline, and as a cloak, I'm mostly in the backline because I need to be able to see you, and the best place I'm going to be able to see you is if I'm behind everyone else. And then I get jumped by the Spider-Man, or I get jumped by the Moon Knight, I get jumped by a roaming Psylocke. Invisible Woman's very good at keeping me alive long enough for me to get the message out that I need help, and then help starts coming. So in instances like that, and again, Mantis is very good at that as well with her healing. It's less about her being the primary healer, but it is very much her being the utility specialist, which I do genuinely think she thrives at.
I do think how good Invisible Woman felt really, really overhyped. Once again, this is as an outsider looking. Where she is so oppressive in the situations she is good at, in those maps that she's really good in, just with the team comp she's really good in, she is oppressively good.
Mm-hmm.
But she is almost, it's so hard to play with certain teammates or like certain situations with her, just because the shield isn't a good place. I think 300 HP is not a lot, and the cooldown is just long enough that you can't spam it more than once during an extended fight.
Yep.
Like there's sometimes where I get the shield up faster dying than I do just right clicking. Like that's which is good. No, that which is a positive thing, and her healing's real ass. But all that I'm just saying, but she's like really strong. Like peeking corners, the fact that the shield gets placed where your target's looking means that you can have your tank peek a corner ridiculously safe. Your invisibility allows you to sneak around. If it's a corner, everybody kind of has to peek at the same time, so your damage and your healing just goes through everybody.
Yeah.
So very strong there. I don't know. Whereas like Cloak and Dagger feels kind of all around. Your healing will always be really good. Your ult will always be really good no matter where.
Yeah. The
you
ults
are.
are really good counter push. Like, what I'm really curious about, right? Because obviously we can imagine that, I don't know the names of these guys, but the fire guy, fucking
The
Flamey
Human
dude.
Torch.
Human Torch. There you
Torch.
go. Fucking Chris
Flame-
Evans.
Flame
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Like he's probably going to be a flyer. I'm curious as to what kind of Vanguard the thing is going to be, because your initial thought would be, oh, he'd be like Hulk. Yeah, but I don't see him having the mobility that Hulk does. So
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what they do with it, because I imagine he's going to be a Vanguard. I feel like if you put 3 fucking duelists in an update, that's a little cheeky of you, maybe.
Question, because I genuinely can't remember. How big is the Marvel Rivals cast at this moment compared to the Overwatch cast at this moment?
I think
It feels really
35, I think. 34, 35.
I'm gonna say around that mid
Feels
30s range.
because it really feels like the Marvel Rivals cast is filling up a little bit faster.
Well, I think
So,
like
for
Alpha,
the
they
first
already
year,
had
yeah.
like 60 planned or something like that. Some
Yeah,
stupid,
so and
ridiculous
this
number.
is,
Okay.
I believe the statement was they're looking to release like 1 or 2 heroes every quarter, I think.
For the first year.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So
and then it'll slow down.
and then it will slow down a little bit, because obviously you got to live up to the hype, right? You got to keep that hype going. But like,
Are they going to introduce pick ban for
35 right
it-
now with 12 leaked.
yeah,
There's already a pick ban at diamond level.
so you reach
Okay.
diamond level in competitive, and there's pick ban, and then in tournaments there is pick ban by default.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah.
Flats made a really good video on it, actually, like demonstrating what it was all
Speaking
about.
of
Oh, you're in
tournaments,
Overwatch.
Shout out Flats, bro.
Flats is great.
Do the legend. Do the legend.
He's also pivoted really well to Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
He saw that sinking ship, and he was like, well, "I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna do it." Right?
Yeah. Flats was like my main source of knowledge for Overwatch when I was really grinding it, and so watching him transition the way that he has been awesome. Keep it up.
Mm.
Yeah,
What are
There's
the best
42
tanks, by the way?
characters in Overwatch 2? That's crazy.
what are the best
Hella
tanks right now? Like for Marvels?
Flats. No, Flats. I'm saying like he's one of
oh.
the, like the best tank
Yeah.
players.
Yeah.
I've been watching Mace play, dude. He's a kind of nuts Magneto, but friggin' got some skill.
I do definitely think we need, and I'm looking at, I've been trying to avoid the leaks as much as I can because you guys know how I feel about spoilers. I like to be surprised. I like to experience things as they were intended. But I am very much in the mind, like the whole like situation you have in Marvel Rivals with the duelist thing. It's like just add more vanguards and specialists, because I think
Yeah.
that I said this last time, but it's very much the reason you're getting 4 or 5 duelists a game, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that, especially if you're in casual. Like if that's the kind of game you want to run, fuck it, right? It's casual. But it's like it's because all the fucking cool heroes are duelists. They're duelists.
Yeah.
Because let's be fucking real. Like, and as the Cloak and Dagger main, who the fuck heard of Cloak and Dagger before this game?
Not me.
Did you know that they have...
I'm a bad litmus for this.
Yeah, well, you're a fucking nerd. For the rest of us, cool kids at the table, like because
I'm wearing a banana suit right now, bro. Come on.
that's fashion. But like, I didn't fucking realize until Kimura told me, and we still need to organize a watch party. Cloak and Dagger has a whole fucking show.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, what?
Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
It's wild. So
That's
like a lot of there's exceptions to the rule, but it's like I didn't fucking know who Adam Warlock was, like because I hadn't seen the new Guardians film at the
Guardians.
time. Like I hadn't seen
Yeah.
that. I didn't know who the fuck that was. I didn't know who Luna Snow was. You know.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
admittedly, I don't know who half these people. I didn't know who Moon Knight was until I started playing the game, and it turns out he has a TV show as well. But that's not the point. But it's like add some fucking cool guys, and I'm thinking if rumors are that we're gonna have people like Thanos and Ultron and all these other guys in there, like put Thanos as a fucking Vanguard. People gonna start playing. People gonna start playing
Yeah.
Vanguard. People
It's true. It's true.
because. And that is the appeal of Marvel Rivals. And I was saying this in my stream earlier. I'm gonna put it on YouTube at some point. But it's like people aren't playing this game for the competitive edge. They're playing it to
No.
be a fucking superhero in a superhero game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And we need to start treating it like that. So just add some cool people into the other classes and everyone will start playing them. Case in point, Invisiwoman. Everyone wants to be the hot invisible lady, right?
I don't know. I'm just saying that when we first played Marvel Rivals as a group, we had 4 support mains hopping into in.
Yeah, but that's because you were playing with 2 people who had been in the competitive scene in season 0 and someone who had played a load of different heroes, found Cloak and Dagger and gotten attached to it. Like these 2 were specialist mains because they have played the competitive edge and they know that they need to fill up those roles. I'm a specialist main because I was attracted to the idea of a character made up of 2 characters. That was interesting to me.
It's
So here's my question, real quick.
it's genius marketing, honestly. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I need to understand. Are we gonna get Jessica Alba skin for Invisible Woman? That's all I need to know. Your turn, Eddies. Thank you.
All right. Here we go. Moving forward.
All right. Speaking of hero shooters.
All right. Yeah.
Speaking of hero shooters in season 0.
They did it for Namor. They did it for Namor. Okay. At least you know.
My
Alright.
guys out here, like, I really like Mortal Kombat 9. I think the outfits are great stylistically. It's like,
Yeah, I really like Street Fighter the movie. Kylie Minogue, the Australian, plays the British woman Cammy very well. That's
yeah.
And,
Anywho, that's
man, I don't think we're gonna. That was a lot talking about Marvels. How much you guys want to cut off this pagey page here? So we
I
can
mean,
Uh,
I mean, bro, we
jump
could
into
just talk about-
the real meat
let
that
it
everybody
just-
wants to listen
like-
to.
sure.
Like
sure.
I've got nowhere else to be. Like all the other shit I've got done is basically when the podcast is over, then I can do this thing.
I just want to mention real quick. We don't have to dive into it. I announced this on Friday. If you're gonna show up at Genesis, my fighting game players, find me and challenge me in any video game. I'll put money down.
What we should do, right?
Well,
if
we'll
you
all
beat-
be there, honestly. Well, except
Right,
for
get-
CJ,
No,
unfortunately.
I'm the one.
Yeah,
opening.
hi.
Hi, British.
That-
Opening a
Deadass.
challenge.
Deadass, right? Try between now and Genesis. I don't know how much time you got, and I don't know if it's possible, but try have a load of fucking XP Share Crap Media stickers printed off, and if you beat Quag, you get a fucking gym badge.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's fucking do it. Do it.
Hey,
right?
we're gonna need a lot of those.
No, I'm.
Yeah. we ain't gonna tell
Mass
Quang.
Lucy.
Yeah, we ain't gonna tell Quang that he's the Rock, Jim.
No. You get a different level. You get a different badge depending on which game you challenge me.
We're just like
Okay,
we're just like handing him out as he like loses, like secretively, like he doesn't even know about it. He's like, here's a badge, good job.
I think it's a good idea. Just try and get some fucking stickers printed, right? I'm sure somewhere around one of you, there's got to be a fucking internet shop that can print off some fucking stickers for you, and just get just start. If they beat Quang, they get a badge, and have that be the thing. Whenever you go to a fighting con, they get a different like special edition Crap Media badge that you could only get if you beat him at that specific convention.
That's
not
fire.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm
Damn, I have to grind more, guys. I
Uh-oh.
just started playing Tekken 8 today.
Well, no, because then people go, "Oh, that's a cool sticker. Where'd you get that? Oh, Crap Media. Oh, what's Crap Media? I'm gonna check it out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it siphons people back to the podcast.
Josie, give me a week. I will beat you in Tekken.
Damn them fighting words.
Uh-oh, there
Give
it
me
is.
one. Give me one week. Give me
Challenge
1 week.
number 1. Here we go.
You're talking about
Yeah.
a Demon King in Tekken 6. I did not play a lot of Tekken 7.
He plays King, so he's just
No,
he's just wrestling. He's
no,
just
I
wrestling.
play the androgynous. No one knows if it's a man or a female character. You'll give me 2. All right, Josie. All right.
Oh my god. All right, so what's this all about? I saw this. I thought Scump was getting a Call of Duty skin. It's a off the grid skin?
Yeah.
I have no
Gross.
idea.
Yeah, the irony of
Like,
it,
what?
being like the spearhead for like the Call of Duty community almost essentially, right? I mean, when you think Call of Duty, you think Scum, but no, his first skin is it's in a BR which you can download off the Epic Game Store called Off the Grid. It's got a bunch of like augment, like basically like every character has gone through some sort of augmentation surgery, kind of reminiscent of like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3,
Cyberpunk type shit.
cyberpunk type stuff, yeah, right. And it's a BR. I mean, it's got some interesting aspects to it, but it is a battle royale, so it is it's what you expect it to be. But yeah, I randomly saw it on Instagram. I want to say, I'm like, what is this?
I-
Like, got his first skin in this game?
I
Yeah.
can I just say I don't give a shit about this game. But damn, that skin's fire.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Oh my, it looks so good. Even like within the context of the there is just the gun, the crown, the
Yeah.
visor, all looks really fucking like I'm a little jealous. as not the
Wait, I haven't seen this video yet. Hold on. I thought this was the screenshot that I saw too. I did not see this. What is this fucking
You didn't-
like? What is this Gen
so
Z
good.
fucking like this shit going on my screen right now? It's got
Yeah,
a
are you
crown.
looking at this? This shit's fire.
It's like,
Oh my god.
It's a pretty solid
God.
skin. It's a solid skin.
Oh my god, it looks so good. Damn.
Off the
I don't know what off the
grid,
grid is. I'm probably not gonna play it unless you
well-
guys convince me to play it.
I'm
Like
not.
most games.
I'm not good because I'm pretty sure that game. There's a bit of controversy about it because and I might be misremembering, but I know there's something off about it economically because I'm if I'm remembering right, like there is a lot of stuff in that game that is NFT based. So
Possible.
it fell under some controversy for that because I know there is an element of uniqueness to some of the stuff in the game where it's like a one of one thing, and so
Interesting.
yeah. Thank you, Killer Panda. Yeah, there is like a load of NFT shit to do with that game,
Gross.
which does make it it makes it a bit sort of shady.
Does it make it play to win, or is it just cosmetic?
I do think there is some level of actual mechanics to it. I do because I think it's like there are like you can upgrade. I think it's more to do with guns than it is the augmentations, but I know there is some like you can upgrade stuff, and that it's a one of one gun, and so you have people like selling accounts with the good shit on it. It's pay to win as fuck, according to
Interesting.
Panda in chat. Again,
question.
I'm happy to do a little bit of googling on it now just to confirm. But as far as I know, yeah, it's quite a shady thing, which is why that really sort of intrigued me.
I feel like they tried to take out the fucking hyperscape formula and just like cash out before BRs actually like shit the bed. You know?
Well, it's like
Tell
what I
me
think
I'm
of
wrong.
immediately when I think of like NFT shit is fucking Counter-Strike boxes, loot boxes, and those
That's
guns.
that's like literal. It's not NFT.
It's all
It's like
cosmetic.
literal. Like
Oh my! I feel like it's worse than NFT. Like
of
because
course, all loot
it's
boxes are worse than
literally it's
NFT, really. But
it is a cosmetic that an arbitrary value is put onto that people buy that isn't really theirs to own.
Yeah, that makes it even worse.
Tell me that's not an NFT. Tell me that's not an NFT with like real world value. Like that's basically what an NFT is.
I mean,
But it sounds
technically,
like
yeah,
there's
that's all
actually-
fucking Steam's. That's all Steam shit at the end of the day.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
like but it sounds like in this game there's actual benefits to having a variety of guns. So that's like slightly worse.
I am looking at it now.
Marginally worse.
And this is not a direct article. This is an article reporting on articles. Take it with a grain of salt. You know, my typical disclaimers when it comes to news like this. But on the off the grid marketplace, you can sell skins and weapons as sellable NFTs. Players will be able to trade with them on OpenSea, which is an already established NFT marketplace. Now, the developers
Yikes.
themselves have said that these purchases are not mandatory; they are optional. They were also not a part of the beta. You could not access the marketplace during the beta, but just because it isn't optional doesn't mean the whales aren't there who are going to try and get a load of money off of it. It is being labeled as a crypto game officially. It is a crypto game according to this article.
Once again, I think it feels worse because we're calling it an NFT or whatever. It sounds like any other fucking game at that point.
I
'Cause, like-
disagree if you're selling like weapons with actual stats that you've worked on.
Well, I'm sorry. I should say any other like pay to win kind of like with an open marketplace game. Because ultimately, NFTs are like not that different than in-game items, like Diablo bullshit. To put an example, it's like one step further because generally you're buying shit for Bit or for Ethereum,
Hmm.
which makes it like slightly more cringe. But
Yeah, like I think it's the thing that you are sort of inflating the price due to exclusivity, and it does give mechanical advantage, so the people with a
Yeah.
bigger wallet are going to be better at this game, which I
Yeah.
think is
Mm.
bullshit. Whether you want to
Yeah.
call it an NFT, whether you want to call it a crypto scam, whether you want to call it like fair
In-game
access,
purchase bullshit.
whatever, it is bullshit. And here's the other thing. Even I have this thing with games, and maybe you guys are gonna say that I'm stupid for this, but I've held this thing for a while.
Right.
And Nerd Cubed actually made a very good sort of comment on this ages and ages ago on a fucking Human Revolution video. I'm pretty sure, but it's like even if you don't require these things, even if you can do okay without them, the fact that you know it's there is gonna affect you. It's gonna make you think
Yeah.
differently, right? I think the analogy that Dan used was like if you work in an office and you're terrified of spiders and you know the boss has a spider in the middle of the office, it's locked away, it can't get you, but every now and again your brain's gonna go spider. Right? It's just it's
Yeah.
always there. In the back of your head playing this game, it's always gonna be you could buy you're losing, you could buy a better gun and you would do better. You'd be getting further up the leaderboard, and then you'd be getting better gear, which you can then sell and make money. It's like, no. Like
Yeah.
don't try and monetize my fucking hobby. I get 1 day off a week.
Here's a
Like,
new investment
I-
opportunity.
Yeah, like it's and this is it's I think it's fine in cases where you have games that have in-game economies, but it is purely all in-game currency and shit like that, and you get like organic markets out of that. That's fine, but the second you start making real world money and being able to make a real world profit off of an in-game economy, that is when it just it becomes bullshit because it's like we see in everything, the whales are gonna make it work, and that's gonna make the shit experience for everyone else because they're getting domed by people with amazing guns that they've gotten because they have a 9 to 5. It's not what games are about.
I'm interested in the next kind of question here that just I think it's Justin added into the board, which are battle royales a dead genre?
I think Mike actually out of that.
Uh,
'Cause, I'm wondering where that idea is coming from.
So it's I think it's in a progressive, like it's progressing to death, if that makes sense. Like you saw like competitive Apex players gone, Marvel Rivals. You don't see very many
Sure.
people running Call of Duty fucking Warzone lobbies anymore. And if they are, they're fucking on Twitch, YouTube getting fucking clips, and everybody else who's getting shit on is probably not playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like Apex made a terrible decision. I heard there's a fucking rocket launcher in the game. No wonder the competitive players are gone. So that's Apex is just going downhill. Call of Duty is kind of following suit, probably not as fast. And then of course you have all the other, outside ones off the grid, all these other fucking the one shot off fucking try to get our fucking name in there kind of thing. They're the last fucking week max. So it's like, yeah, my BRs might be taking a shit.
Do
I don't think-
PUBG has
Do you think the
basically
problem-
disappeared off YouTube. Yeah, I could see that.
Do you think
yeah.
the problem is that there isn't enough variety? Is that basically people all
I think I actually think that's the fucking opposite. The more variety, the more saturation, the more people aren't going to play one game, the faster it's all going to fucking die. Like,
So
that,
I don't know
that's
if I
a
agree with
thing
that
is people like new shit, but they don't like new shit if it's not their way. And if it's not their way, they're not
Sure.
going to touch it.
Say that one more time for the motherfuckers in the back of the room, because I don't think they heard you. Okay? I don't think they heard. Whether or not that's necessarily true for this case, that is 100% a fact in the gaming community in general. But yeah. Fair enough.
Because
Well,
my
well said.
my whole thing is that like Fortnite is the most unique out of all
Mhm.
the battle royale. I mean, I know it's the first, but like, or one of the firsts.
Yeah, but
But
it's
it really
also the
feels
most
like,
innovative.
yeah, but it also feels like everybody just became an Apex Legend clone at a certain point.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the biggest thing. I think this is where I'm gonna push back on Justin a little bit here, is because, and I'm gonna fucking say it, a year ago we were all saying that the hero shooter was dead, and now we're all spending our evenings playing Marvel Rivals, right? We were all
Yeah.
saying that the hero shooter was going downhill. Oh, Overwatch is the fucking same. Concord fucking died. Marvel Rivals came out, and
Mhm.
suddenly everyone's changed their tune, right?
Well,
And and you know
Concord fucked
I
itself though.
no look, Concord is just one of those things of like it's evident that like you know it fueled the argument that hero shooters were dying. And you even had people before Rivals came out saying, "Oh, this game isn't going to last," right? And you can't compare them completely. You cannot compare one to the other, absolutely. But I think we're using the wrong word. It's not variety we need in the battle royale scene. It is innovation. It is something new and fresh and different. Because
Mhm.
ultimately, yeah, like you've named Apex Legends, Call of Duty. I'm sure Battlefield, Battlefield would probably
they
make
have?
one.
well, that's his thing. That's basically
fine.
Delta Force now, right?
Well, no, because Delta Force isn't battle royale.
Extraction shooter.
Like
Yeah.
Well, not
that's
BR, but
extraction
yeah.
shooter. That's extraction shooter and like big open field battle. So that's more the Battlefield type thing. Battlefield wasn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of another one, but I've lost the word now, so I do apologize for that. But like, I think it's not that we are getting bored with battle royales as a concept, right? Because we've been playing battle royale for years. We've been playing them since fucking Minecraft was doing them 10, 15 years ago. So clearly we're not bored of battle royales as a concept. We need that next step in innovation. Fortnite did that, starting with the whole build mode thing and having that unique game mechanic that only Fortnite had, and then it became so mainstream that it was impossible for it to die. And I'm gonna stand on that hill. Fortnite can't die because it's too mainstream, right? But
Sure.
what we
Yeah.
need in the battle royale scene is the same thing we need in the Marvel Rivals scene, where it's innovative, it's something new and fresh and different.
Yeah.
You've had games that have tried to do that. Spellbreak was like a really good sort of start. Supervive is another one that could, but hasn't really had the publicity it needs. But you need a game that is like has the innovation, has the something new, something fresh, something different and never done before, and you need the lightning in the bottle that Marvel Rivals had, and we're going to be in the exact same position as we are right now with hero shooters. I think you can never truly get bored with a genre. You get bored of that genre not doing something fresh and being innovative.
Mhm.
You
And
basically
that's
need.
kind of back to the point of like people want the new shit, but if the new shit isn't innovative, they're not gonna waste their time.
Yeah, but
No,
that's
I
not.
don't think
Yeah, but
that's.
that's not the point that you made though. You said if it's not how they want it, and there's that's not what the
I
point
don't.
that you
It
said.
I think it correlates a lot more
No,
than
no,
I
no.
think. I think to CJ's point, and I do think Fortnite is kind of sitting at this point, which is why I was kind of interested in this topic. Just like that's kind of interesting. I think Fortnite has hit League of Legends status
Yeah,
where people will hate it for season on season. But as soon as they finally get to release something cool, there's a big enough player base that will, even if they do a bad update over and over again, there's a big enough player base that when they do a good something kind of cool, something kind of interesting, people will hop back in onto the train.
yeah.
At least for clout, like at least for the few couple of weeks, but that will revive the scene again. Like look at League of Legends and Ludwig. Like Ludwig fucking spending the last month grinding League of Legends has unironically uh popped that community up in the weirdest way.
Yeah.
And no one was ready for it. But
that
now that
was
it's popped
actually
up again,
insane. What do you have?
now that
He played like 500 games in a month or some shit. Like that
yeah,
was
I mean, he
nuts.
spent
Yeah.
basically his entire life trying to succeed his goal, and he did. Credits to him, shout outs. But like, yeah, ultimately, I don't know what the competitive side of Fortnite is. I don't know if it matters. I don't know what the community looks like, but I think it just has to be big enough because constantly, every time someone fucking does a Fortnite concert, that shit somehow reaches my eardrums, and
Yeah.
I'm like, because
Here
I
we
mean,
go
people are
again.
talking about it.
Like Fortnite is very much in a position where it's too big to fail, and Fortnite has too much money to fail to the point where Fortnite sponsored the fucking Raw Netflix premiere episode. The center of the ring had Fortnite
Yeah.
on it because they have
It
the
really
money.
did.
Like, and it's like, yeah, they got the fucking, fair enough. If you have that money, fucking do it. Because you know what? There was probably one fucking person watching that show. I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't played that game in ages. I wonder what it's like now. And they probably logged on the next morning and they played a couple of rounds. Because
Yeah.
I
fucking let it. Absolutely, let it. I think that I think Quang's right on this one.
fucking someone clip that. Just that
Yeah.
sound clip. I need to go to bed.
I'm gonna stand by you on this one because I'm sorry, J Dog. You know how much I love you, but I disagree with you on this. And
What
I'm
do you
gonna
mean?
fight
We
you
have
on
the
this.
same idea.
Like,
We're literally saying the same shit.
No, you
Well, here's the
didn't.
thing. Here's
No.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Because you didn't say what I said. You said people don't want it if it's not how they like it. I said people want a new innovation. Those are not
Exactly. And
very
how
much.
what
They're
people
not.
want it is a new fucking innovative game. Like we're
That's
literally saying the same
no.
shit.
That's a different. That's a
Different
different
variations.
point.
No,
Can I say
I
something real
think
quick? Can I make it real quick?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
whenever
yes.
there is a new game that comes out that is a specific type of game, we can even use multiverses as an example. And some people in our community can also understand what I'm saying is true. And some people have said it themselves is you get on a game that's new, you play the game, you say, doesn't quite feel like this game. I don't like it anymore. And like what? Like why? Wait, why does that fucking matter? Is the game fun? Yes or no? If the answer is no, because of another game having a mechanic that you wish this game had, well, you shouldn't be trying to like hope that this game has a mechanic that that game has. Now all of a sudden, come on, like yes, they're in the same genre. We get that, but just objectively, do you enjoy playing this game? Don't compare it to another one. Don't say I want this mechanic to come over here. Shields. Just is the game fun? Yes or no? If it's not fun, don't play it. If it is fun, do play it. Now, if that is the common denominator between a game failing and surviving, that's a whole different conversation to have. But gamers do that shit. They 100% say, I want this mechanic to be over here, or else this game sucks. Like,
They want to
like,
like
maybe
pick and choose their own fucking video game and like
yeah. Just play the fucking game.
To quote a League of Legends dev, players don't actually know what they want. Players know what they don't like. Players don't know what they want. It's it's a whole thing.
just go play Smash for real.
I kind of want to, since we are heading into the hour mark.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's address the elephant in the room. Shall we?
Let's talk about the thing that affects
Invited.
cracked
Who the fuck
media.
invited an elephant to this podcast? Why is there an elephant in this room?
Are you calling me fat?
No, I'm talking about the elephant. I'm talking about the elephant that got shipped to me from Justin. Why the fuck did you ship me an elephant?
I should be the nervous one. I'm a banana.
Elephants. Okay,
Let's
fucking-
address the big thing that
All right.
happened this weekend.
I talked about. I literally had to interrupt a string of words coming from Justin and CJ on CJ's stream earlier today.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the TikTok ban. Now, kind of in a power move, something that's happened in the last like 48 hours. in a little bit of a power move, TikTok actually just cut off access from America before the ban went through. Part of Trump reaction to that was to say, hey, when I get inaugurated on the 20th, tomorrow, I'm going to put in a for those who don't know government, I'm the president, we're going to do what I say, orders, and
The man in the big chair.
extend the time that the Supreme Court has to decide whether or not to overturn the ban by however many days. It doesn't actually matter how many days. So TikTok was like, okay, since we got this extension, we'll just keep the the platform going for a little bit longer.
Which is honestly an interesting move, considering he was the one basically saying it should be banned in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of important things to note is one, Trump hasn't done anything yet. The ban hasn't been pushed back yet. There has been an announcement of the plans, but also we were promised a wall that Mexico is going to pay for. Another thing to note is that this is definitely a response to the whole Red Note situation. For those that don't know, Red Note is basically a CCP, Chinese Communist Party sanctioned app that is supposed to be exclusively for Chinese people, that a bunch of people are flocking to since TikTok was being banned. The way that I always describe it to people who don't know, basically you can't search Winnie the Pooh. You cannot search Winnie the Pooh on that app. Due to you can't search that either. Yeah, just a bunch of
Oh god.
search terms because it's heavily censored. So, which is kind of ironic because China's also kind of fed up with Americans on Red Note, because that app was specifically designed to be for Chinese people only. So this is clearly a direct response to that. And all of a sudden the 70, 80-year-old politicians don't know what to do. They didn't know what to do in the first place regarding this. But as far as things finalizing, we have no idea until tomorrow exactly what is going to happen. But also, it's kind of ironic that if it is, Trump's first act in office is to be like, y'all can have your TikTok for I just
I've extended your screen time.
You can all do the thing that I told you not to do.
Well, I do
or a little longer.
I do think part of
TikTok is a
that
great
is,
app. It's a wonderful app.
obviously we got to think about, right, TikTok being the way it was back when the ban was initially put in place, was not the platform it currently is. And I do think a little part of it, and obviously again this is coming from a foreigner, understand this, what I say is in fact I'm a foreigner, but from my very limited outside point of view, is he did see just how much of an influence TikTok had on the election, on everything as a whole. I do perhaps it is a genuine oh, I didn't realize how useful this could be to me specifically. So this could be being done in a very selfish way.
Oh yeah, he's definitely just using it for fucking clout, essentially.
But you
TikTok
know what?
is officially back up, by the way, for Americans.
It is.
Officially. It's probably been for a couple of hours, but
yeah, probably for a little bit. But that's gonna be real fucking curious for me to log on, because that's what I was touching, was what it was like for me scrolling on it for a couple hours this morning, just as a social experiment. But no, it is and even if this is just for Trump to curry favor, that's real. I don't think that's really good for you guys, because that means your politicians may actually start doing things to fucking get your favor again, because they're starting to realize that if you want, like, because obviously there were a lot of memes going around of like, oh, if this thing happens, we're just gonna stop work, we're just gonna black out and stop working on Thursday for 2 hours or whatever the comedian said, and then go to the president like, you want us to not do it again? Bring this thing back, and we do it for a month. But genuinely, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I didn't think I'd say this a few years ago, but I've realized now the power of this fucking platform. TikTok TikTok got the power to potentially start a fucking revolution in your country, because for the last few days, people just started saying real shit and saying how it is, and people are starting to wake up and realize they don't give a shit. No one fucking cares, because they're politicians and they don't fucking care. I mean, I was looking at the facts of it. A lot of the people who voted for the TikTok ban in the Senate and Congress, yeah, you can look. A lot of them are investing in Meta over the last couple of years, because the hope was TikTok will die. Everyone's going to go to Instagram and Facebook, and Meta's going to make a lot of money. But that's not fucking happening, because Instagram's a shit fucking platform.
The hard part too is that the worrying thing, right? So I should say, I think the general take of it for the reasonable humans is that if we were gonna ban TikTok, it should have happened so long ago. But the damage and like the way that kids consume media and all that has already happened. We're not fixing that. That's
that's a generation gone.
yeah, just fucking it's gonna happen. Like it's already happened. I understand there is genuine worry and quick content, short form content, and absorbing that might affect the kids. And I think that's legitimate, and it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
But the real worrying thing for if the US somehow, if this ban does go through for one reason or another, there's gonna be kind of this spread of probably a spread of TikTok bans across the world, for one reason or another, due to political reasons.
Yeah.
Or for just people being stupid, being like, America did it, we should do it. That's also I'm not gonna give people enough credit to think for themselves. So if that happens, there's gonna be this weird divide in the world, the way the information gets sent over. And I know that part of the TikTok ban in America, part of the reason is that it is the reason why Trump initially declared it is because TikTok is an aggressively anti-Trump platform. And aggressively progressive platform.
Well, even more so now.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. So I don't know. Ultimately, we'll have to wait until basically Wednesday. I mean, we'll know for sure tomorrow if it goes through, but basically Wednesday.
This
on
next
what's gonna
week
happen.
is going to be very interesting. It really sucks, because this is the year I was like, I'm going to post more shit on this platform, and I am quite concerned. And I've been saying this for a while, because obviously, it's the whole thing of like, oh, you're outside the country, why it's not going to affect you. The thing that TikTok has done so well over the last few years is that because it's a unique algorithm, anyone can blow up. Anyone can become someone, right? And you don't have that on other platforms like Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Like, you can't just blow up anymore. That's not how it works. TikTok
is
did
also
allow that.
if they're gonna get rid of ByteDance services, are they gonna get rid of Tencent? Or are you just gonna lose the gaming industry?
Stop it.
You are-
Listen, don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you
This
do
was a
that.
big thing. No, this was a
We need
massive
Tencent.
thing, and this is what I wanted to
Tencent's
bring up.
also already losing a shit ton of money because of Chinese.
Yeah,
Which
but-
is
but
this
the-
is a good thing. The good thing that China did, which is the the way that you're allowed to monetize in gaming in China has drastically changed.
well, this is
Basically,
what
if you have What?
what I wanted to bring up is it was already starting to happening because if America loses TikTok, they lose Marvel Snap because that's done through ByteDance,
Mhm.
and that is a very popular card game, and you will see, and genuinely Marvel Rivals could also be a threat because that's made by NetEase. That's a Chinese company.
Mhm.
Blizzard's owned by Tencent, Ryan's owned by Tencent.
It
Tencent
all
owns-
starts rolling downhill.
Yeah.
Tencent's
Yeah.
one of the owns most like half the gaming industry right now.
Do they make a Call of Duty Mobile as well?
They own Blizzard.
They own Blizzard.
They own Activision Blizzard.
They have a lot of equity. They have a lot of equity in Epic
Holy
Games as
shit.
well. Yeah, no. So Blizzard could potentially be taken
They
down
own
by
Epic.
this. Epic, yeah. Is it majority sharehold in Epic, or is it
That's what I'm
just
reading
straight
here.
like? Is it just straight ownership? I didn't know if it was majority sharehold or just straight ownership.
Dude,
Because obviously,
they're
if it's majority
fucking
sharehold,
Qualcomm.
yeah, no, they have because they're the tech guys and they're able to supply all this shit, right? I don't think people realize just how much of our industry fringes on this, both from a gaming point of view and a content point of view. If ByteDance get taken down and if Tencent get taken down, we lose so much. It is so important that people stay informed about this.
Yeah, they
That's pretty
own
nice.
they own 40% of Epic, so majority share. Oh, they own 16% of FromSoft, 30% of Larian Studios.
Yeah,
I
as your Baldur's
thought they
Gate
owned more of
reference.
Ubisoft, but it's 11%. I thought they owned over 50%.
But
They own
but still, like,
80% of Path of Exile. You know,
yeah, but that's still like 11% of Ubisoft. Like, that's still a lot of fucking money that they're feeding.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Their hand is in literally. A dude got banned for saying something bad about China during a Hearthstone tournament because Tencent was involved.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Just as a reminder.
Freedom of speech. Not here, kid. Ben.
Bye.
See you later.
Yeah. Oh man.
See you
So
later.
like, well, the worrying thing is all the other stuff.
Mhm.
Because it's also really hard to censor, or it's really hard in general. The world is so global, the internet, and everyone's still adapting to all that fucking bullshit. Nobody knows how to navigate the world right now. Talk to. So the only way you can really do it is to have an app like RedNote, where you're not allowed to talk about a bunch of stuff. You're not allowed to exist. They can ban emojis.
Yeah, well, this is the big thing. Is when I was scrolling this morning, like doing my social experiment, because of all of this, and because a load of TikTokers started flooding to RedNote, you now have a load of Chinese people getting VPNs and making TikTok accounts. Like a good 20, 30, 40% of the accounts I was scrolling through were people in China trying to figure out like what the app was about and learning so much. And you're now starting to get so many fucking people in like all these different corners of the world realizing how we all live and realizing how shit a lot of it is. Like this has unironically and like by accident just taken a massive step in that sort of globalism direction. I've always been a globalist. I've grown up on the internet. Like I'm on a fucking podcast with three Americans, right? I wouldn't be here if I wasn't a little bit globalist. But like, but you know, maybe that's just me being, you know, a stupid optimistic fucker. But I'm like, the only way we as a community are going to grow into the next stage of humanity is if we start fucking erasing the borders on the map and we just start fucking realizing, hey, like the governments don't know what they're fucking doing anymore. And you know, this whole thing with ByteDance has really been an eye opener for a lot of people. that the next
Yeah.
few weeks, the next few months, especially with the climate of the world right now in a lot of different places, next few months we need to be very, very fucking careful with making sure we have the right information.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mute
So, yeah.
mute reminding us of the actual top tier news this month. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Mark your calendars.
Ella, do you
Yeah,
have anything to say about that?
I'm pretty sure
Ella?
I'm pretty sure Tencent have a stake in that. You might want to. No, dead ass. I think they have a stake in that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Fuck.
So that might get taken away because that's the thing with all of this. It's like you start taking away one thing, it's a slippery slope. Yeah, Juice said it earlier. It's a very slippery slope. It's a snowball effect.
The free speech censors. That from what Kat says, yeah, it just makes the whole encompassing thing more confusing for people who don't actually do their research, so they think it's a good thing.
That is most of TikTok users.
Yeah, pretty
So-
much accurate.
Accurate.
But yeah, so I mean, we'll see this week. What's going on? Because nobody knows what Trump's actually gonna do this week, if anything. If he's gonna push that 90-day extension on, or if he's just gonna sit on his ass and call Mexico again and be like, "So you're not gonna pay for?"
So you're
really-
sure you're not paying?
Yeah, if he's just gonna drop dead. Due
We need to
old
know
age.
for sure.
There's so many things. But the precedent set with the precedent set with a TikTok ban and basically ByteDance just pulling out everything holistically shows how aggressively strong the consumer market is. And how detrimental to a bunch of people's lives it would be for a band like this, especially because the type of data that we can explicitly see it's being stolen from TikTok is no worse than DoorDash or Google or Facebook or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if we push back
shit.
on this now, the next thing, people are going to try to get away with it and more.
Yep. You got to plant your flag early, otherwise you're gonna lose half your ground. But yeah, and to mute, Zuckerberg wants it banned because he's effectively getting rid of his biggest competition.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
yeah,
And-
he's like,
And
if
Google is a American company. He can't do that.
Yep. If you could get rid of the biggest fish in the pond and got yourself more to eat, you'd do it too. But that's exactly why. If we do get the 90-day pushback, post as much as you can because you might get caught. You might get caught in the algorithm. I'm gonna be fucking doing it. I'm gonna be like fucking posting stories from my D&D shit all the time. Do little storytelling moments because fuck it, might as well.
Yeah. Just start flooding it while you can.
Time to
But
put
yeah.
my backlog of Twitch clips onto TikTok.
No, do it, dead ass. Do
For
it.
real,
The
dude.
last
It doesn't
12
even
years.
matter anymore. Just farm that content.
You got
12
it,
years.
like, because that's the thing, and that's what I would be mourning most is TikTok's algorithm is genuinely fucking incredible. Because how often do you just get pushed a random guy that occasionally like, oh, I like him, you know?
I don't use TikTok. This affects me so little in my personal life. I'm sorry,
fair.
PJ.
Shame him.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Everyone shame
that's-
him.
I am
kidding.
on Twitter. I am on Twitter more than I am on TikTok.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
I'm the same. But yeah,
I've given
old
up
heads.
on Twitter. I've given up on Twitter. I can't keep up with it.
Is that why you didn't reply to my tweet?
Yeah, I probably didn't see. I probably didn't see it.
Damn.
I have not checked Twitter. When was the last time I tweeted? Because that'll be when I last checked it. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll
go
check
check Twitter right now.
Yeah, let me go check Twitter. I haven't checked Twitter. since December 31st because I
Interesting.
tweeted a random thing on the 13th. But that's just because I have Opera GX, so I could just pull out Twitter, type up a random thing, post it out, and then never look at it again. But the last time I actually looked at Twitter was literally last year. Right,
You did you not
Hold
like
on.
my last tweet at you? That's crazy.
I'm liking it now.
Oh my
Fuck Guinness! Fuck Guinness!
God.
Dude, fuck Guinness! It's piss and foam.
Are you still liking it though? That's the question. Are you still liking
No!
it?
Yeah, that's the question.
I'm liking the tweet because fuck it. I'm gonna try and push Quang in the algorithm that you don't give a fuck about. But fuck Guinness.
That
It's
is
shit.
the most real.
It's so fucking shit. I'd rather have a fucking really nice old mood pomegranate and strawberry cider that's like 2% but tastes nice than have a fucking whatever the fuck percent Guinness is that's heavy, tastes like shit, and fucking it's so fucking awful. And half the time it's not even properly carbonated. Fuck.
Oh shit! All right,
What you
so
need is a good IPA.
the last question:
I'm sorry.
Do
Last
we leave the viewers with this last cliffhanger, or do we post it in the Discord? And
Volcano Los
it's
Can we do both?
Can we do
I-
both?
I-
You want to do both? Let's do both. Shall we do
Yeah,
both?
Go to the Discord and answer the question while we leave.
All right, all right. I'm.
There's only
going-
one right answer, by the way.
Maybe we should also like where are we posting it?
Well, I forgot I deleted the podcast chat, so I guess we're just gonna discuss in general. Have fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's fucking go. There's only one right answer. I have already. I'm going to. If you want to,
I know.
at me if you want to argue with me. That's fucking.
There's pros and cons to everything disappearing in this list.
Yeah,
There is no.
I-
there are. Three, there
Okay,
are
okay,
three
sit
concepts
down.
here that have
Sit
no pros.
down.
Okay.
Sit down. All right.
Oh, here's the thing. I think you remove any one of these things, and you are potentially changing the gaming industry as we know it.
No,
Yeah.
literally,
100%.
the one that doesn't actually affect anything.
No, because you gotta that is more.
We just would have
Oh.
another. Okay, it's fine.
No,
it's
no,
fine.
because
It's-
that would revolutionize fucking online gaming for consoles.
we would
and
just
that-
get it slightly
such a
later because Microsoft.
You
is
don't know
busy.
that,
I do.
Mr. Fucking. Mr. Fucking Eye of the Universe. You don't know that. You've not seen the multiverse. You don't know the timelines. You're probably a fucking Harry Potter fan with how shit you are at time
All
travel.
right. So
Whoa.
let this be an omen to what the argument's gonna look like in Discord. I hope you guys have fun cussing each other out and saying no, you're wrong and I'm right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
because we're doing it.
Warm
apparently.
Guinness is great. Okay, I'll just.
Oh my
Also-
god.
It's fresh.
Oh my god. You know
Also-
what? We're
Fresh.
just
Also-
bye, Quang.
No,
See ya.
subscribe. Subscribe. Look, the button glows when I say it. Subscribe. Gotta fucking promote your shit, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, subscribe, like, tell me I'm right in the comments. Thanks.
Subscribe, like, comment, fucking like this on TikTok. Put it on TikTok and like it.
Yes.
We should be live
We
streaming
need-
this on TikTok. Hold up.
We need a TikTok manager.
Get
Hold
get her numbers in, bro. Anyways, remove one game console forever in general chat.
Just
Go.
one.
Oh, you were trying to remove multiple. Oh, that's what you thought this
Oh
was.
my God.
That's what you thought this
I,
was.
I was gonna say if we were just saying one in general, there's a different answer. But out of the four, it's
Anyway,
All right.
love y'all.
To the Discord. Fight it out.
Episode 42. XP share. Have fun in the general section. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you later this week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.